Ladies and gentlemen, federal employees, today we're talking about finding the best alternatives to FEGLI, your federal employee group life insurance, because it can get expensive and I want to save you as much money as I possibly can. So if you are new here, welcome. So good to have you. My name is Dallin Hodge. I'm a financial planner who serves federal employees just like you every single day, help you guys get the most out of your benefits and retire confident. So again, we're talking about FEGLI today, the life insurance you have. Now, if you don't know, look at your pay stub and see how much you're paying for your FEGLI. You may be surprised on how little or how much it is depending on how old you are and what coverage you have. So, but before we talk about alternatives to FEGLI, we have to state that not everyone needs life insurance and doesn't need an alternative to FEGLI at all. Number one, not everyone needs life insurance. There's some people, let's say you're single, maybe you don't have any dependents. Maybe you're not planning to have any dependents. Maybe you've got enough money. Let's say you're close to retirement. You've got enough built up that you say, look, if something happened to me, my spouse and my kids are all grown, they're going to be fine, right? Not everyone needs life insurance. That's question number one. Do you need life insurance? If there's no need for it, you don't have to pay for it, okay? Life insurance is not one of those things. It's not like health insurance where everyone kind of needs it. Life insurance is for those that need it. If you don't need it, don't have it. Okay, so you don't want FEGLI or anything else if you don't need it at all. Number two, some people, if your health is not very good, then FEGLI may be the best option for you. Because FEGLI, whatever coverage you have now, you can keep it no matter what your health does. If you want to go shop around and get other insurance, they often will do a medical exam, right? And if you're healthy, that's great. You can get some great rates. If you're not healthy, you may not qualify for anything else. So FEGLI may be the best option for you depending on your age and your health and where you're at, okay? So that's the baseline. Now, the next question is, why do we even want to look at a FEGLI alternative? Why do we want to look around at all? And the answer is, FEGLI has different parts. They've got FEGLI Basic, Part B, FEGLI Basic, Part A, B, and C, okay? That's the part of FEGLI. FEGLI Basic basically stays the same price over the course of your career. At least it'll cost you about the same for the amount of coverage you have, but as your salary goes up, the cost will go up proportionally, okay? For Part B, which is the one that you could get a multiple of your salary, up to 5 times your salary, that one gets extremely expensive as you age. Once you get into your 40s, 50s, 60s, about every 5 years, the price is going to double. So the reason people often look for alternatives is to save a bunch of money. I've seen people save tons of money just finding a better option that better suits them, okay? So again, that's the background, that's the foundation. Now let's talk about some good alternatives to FEGLI. So generally speaking, when you're looking for alternatives, you want to find a good term policy. When I say term, I mean it's a life insurance policy that is meant to last a certain amount of years. Let's say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, etc. Okay? And the reason, the opposite of term, is whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is meant to last your entire life. Okay? And one of the big differences between term and whole life is much more expensive. Much, much more expensive. And not everyone needs, most people don't need a life insurance policy that lasts for the rest of their life, right? Most people just need to cover certain age ranges. Is, hey, look, I just need to cover until my kids are through college. I just need to cover until I've got enough saved in my thrift savings plan so that my spouse can be taken care of if something happens to me. Most people just need to cover a certain time range, okay? And once you get through that time zone, that period of your life, you probably don't need it after that. So go find a good term policy that's inexpensive. That's going to be one of the key things. Now, there's actually some cool tools online. For example, policygenius.com is a good one to search and compare different companies and different policies. You could go check that out. Again, policygenius.com. If you want to find something that's similar to FEGLI, just a little cheaper, WAEPA, W-A-E-P-A, is just for federal employees. You can check that one out. But also, you can go, let's say you have insurance through another company already. Let's say you have your home insurance, your car insurance through, let's say, USAA or any of these insurance companies. You can go through them. Maybe it'd be the simplest just to use the company you're already using and shop around, right? See what it would cost you to get life insurance through them, whoever you're using now. I'd certainly look at that. Also, there's some big life insurance companies like New York Life, Mass Mutual, Northwestern Mutual, these all have good policies and they all specialize in different things. And so you want to shop around and get prices from different people. But once you find a good price that you're happy with, that you can compare that to FEGLI, you can see what you're paying now, right? And actually, if you type into Google OPM FEGLI calculator, you can figure out how your FEGLI is going to change in price over time. It's really useful and it's pretty simple to use. So go check that out if you want to see how your FEGLI prices are going to change over time. So you can compare that to what, let's say, you might pay for a policy through USAA or someone else, right? So there's no perfect life insurance company out there, but there's some really good ones that are very cost effective. So those are the places I would start. PolicyGenius.com is a good place to search for online companies. They compare a bunch of different ones right there for you. You could go through the company you already have insurance through for your other insurance, let's say car and home. You can go find and talk to some of the big insurance companies like Mass Mutual, New York Life, etc. The biggest thing to think about is most of you just want a term policy. Just want a term policy and not a whole life policy. And anytime, let's say you go find a local agent that sells life insurance, that's totally fine. And sometimes having an agent is helpful because they can walk you through the different options. However, just know if you're ever working through an agent, like a local agent, you're going to pay more for that coverage compared to, let's say, buying it online. Generally speaking, you're going to just have to pay for the service and the premiums are just going to be generally around 15% higher working with a local agent. But again, that is just roughly, okay? So I hope that's helpful. Again, there's no life insurance company out there that is perfect, that it fits everybody, but you want to shop around and find a good alternative for you if that makes sense for you. So I hope that's helpful. Have an incredible rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.